to what? Some other agent. Likewise, we can offload the what you call resources from other systems. Yeah? That is why we can add n number of agents over here. Yeah. Or else we can also plan first 10 tasks should point to agent 1, second 10 processes should point to agent 2, and so on. But we can have n number of agents. Yeah? Fine. Belongs to one particular user. Remember that. Yeah? Connections, guys. So we can also create global connections here. So which will be available for other services like data integration, app integration, whatever. Add-on connectors. Remember, I think we talked about theory, right? 600 plus connectors, and total we have 6,000, whatever, right? And many connectors are there. But all we don't have what I call license for all of them. But if you want to get some trail version, right? So we can just search for whatever connector that you want for 30 days, right? We can always what I call download. Can you see I've downloaded already Salesforce connector. That's why we call could able to see. Like after download only, we just cloned it. That's why you also could able to see Salesforce. Or else you cannot see it. Yeah. See the start trail button is disabled because I have already downloaded it. Same thing. If you want some other what you call connectors, right? You can also download and use it only for 30-day trial. I think they're all applicable for 30 days. Yeah. Schedule. Where do you schedule, guys?
or event based.
Example. Yes, please. Yeah, where did you use it? I think we have talked about it in task, no? So when you create a mapping task, at the end there is a scheduled tab. You can also schedule it, or if you already have global schedules, right? We can also point to that. Yes, sir. For example, global underscore schedule. So here you can specify, let's say date and time, whatever. Let's say 4:30. Example. Yeah. Repeats every n minutes. So this we need to configure. Set. Yeah. This we define. Now once you define, right? See, new one has come in here. So anybody can make use of this schedule if they want it, or else they can ignore it. Where do you use it? When you run the mapping task or task or whatever. Yeah. Now bundles for international NLS, native language support, right? In that case only these things are required. So we need to import it and install bundles. They'll appear here so that will support that particular language. Swagger, this is a framework to represent REST APIs. We talked about it. And log files, here you can see asset logs. Can you see, guys? This is a user, and this object type like connection, service connector, whatever, right? These are the operations that have been carried out by this particular user. All the operations, right? We could able to track over here, you know, like whatever is done by this particular user. You know, this is asset log. Similarly, we have got security logs. You know, so security means authentication stuff. See, just now we have just created what dev role to perform update, create whatever, and we have also added like authentication stuff, and we have also done what you call other operations, like whatever operations that are done, right? So all of them can be seen as part of this. These are security logs. You know? So that's it about what you call this particular administrator service. Yeah. So apart from that, if you just look at runtime environment, right, where you can just click on runtime environment, one of the secure agent, where you could able to see what you call the number of services which are ready to use, which are not ready to use. Here, can you see here, process server is an error. So that is why I have not used this particular secure agent just to show to you guys. No, intentional just what I call made it to fail. Then that is why I've used for message queues some other system which is IIT1, yeah, where you could able to see all the what services, including process server, right? It will be up and running. Because we talked about only valid case, it is invalid case. Yeah. If you go to runtime environment and select this, see here everything is up and running. So all are up and running, including process server, right? But in this system, this is failed. Yes or no? So, which means what? We can see what is ready, what is not ready. So if you don't have this, we cannot perform message queue operations. Remember that. So similarly, you can see what package details. These are all just purely admin stuff, guys. When you try to install, we need to understand all of them. Especially, remember, if you want to apply tunables, like for example, there are memory problems. How do you just make sure that they can be solved? One, we can increase it from operating system side, and second, we can also modify this JVM options, which we call Java ops, like minimum size of a heap, maximum size of a heap, stack size, permissible size, maximum permissible size. Those things we can just add it here so that you will see the effect of this heap or memory usage. Yeah. So that's it. These things we need to configure, guys. So let's see if you want to edit. We can edit this secure agent options, like I talked about JRE or Java ops, right? Yes or no? For the specific thing, let's say we are focusing on data integration server. So here you can see all the global things. Apart from this, can you see Java options or DTM user or DTM to run this particular data integration services, whatever task from command line, right? We use this RDTM command. No? Repository name is XML repository, guys, which will be used within this local agent. You know? So likewise, you can see multiple global properties. You know? And yeah, can you see, guys? So we have got what you call multiple global properties. Apart from that, if you want to add our own new what you call custom configuration, right? We could always do that over here. Type, subtype, and we can supply, let's say, any name of this variable and supply value here. Let's say x mx 051024 megabytes. Yeah. This is how we can just add a new variable. Likewise, you can add any number of variables, custom variables, which can be used wherever you want. In a sense, global level variables. Yeah. So these are the things, guys. So one, we can apply tunables here. Second, we can also add global variables which can be referred anywhere in the project. That's it. Yeah. This same thing need to be repeated for each and every what you call secure agent. Yeah. That's what you need to do. Yeah. So now let us talk about debugging stuff and tuning. I'll talk about with some more points. Yeah. So debugging, guys, are see debugging, troubleshooting, fault handling. These are all synonyms, guys. So don't get confused. Yeah. So now, can someone tell me where and all we have these errors, guys? We just have to recall architecture. What we discussed as part of architecture: client, app server, data or meta layer. Yes or no? Now, if you get any client issues, you can see in the graphical user interface itself. Now, if you get any app server issues, where do you see, guys? We need to go and see in Tomcat log. Yeah, yes or no? Then, if you have any specific server issues, where do you see, guys? Simple data integration server. If you are using data integration server or process server log, if you are using process server, simple. It's very simple. Simply, you just have to follow this architecture. Then if you have any storage issues, right, whatever storage that we are using, if it is a DB means DB issue, you need to see. And then if we have, that's a file issue, we need to look at what we call file. That's what we need to do as part of this particular logs. Yeah? Now let's elaborate this. Look at here, guys. we talked about client log, app server logs, and then data or meta logs. That's okay. Now, where do we see these logs in reality? Now, let us go to a location where we have installed this particular agent. So let's go to Windows Explorer or File Explorer. So can someone tell me, guys, where do you have these logs? Because I kept on talking. Yeah. Like for example, we need Tomcat log. See, whenever whatever request that you send right from client, it will be sent to Tomcat, which is app server, then on to specific server. Then actual action would take place. Then the result will be stored in the target. That's what happens, right? That's a common flow. We talked about that data flows, right? So which means we need to go to what you call Informatica Secure Agent. Then go to what? Apps. Go to what? Can you see your servers here? So data integration server. So whatever you do here, which is process related, right? They'll be part of this. Yeah. So now if you take this data integrations are related things, they'll be part of this. Can you see here? Logs. Within that Tomcat logs. Tomcat, let me open this. Yeah. So remember, guys, whenever you send a request, it will be sent to app server Tomcat. Now, in this command will be formed. Remember that. Yeah. What is that command? RDTM command, Runtime Data Transformation Manager. Yeah. So let us see where we have that particular command. And that particular command will be executed. If you want to automate, right, you need to run that particular command. Where do you have it, guys? Can someone tell me? This one. Yeah. So 13, right? Today only we executed it. This is a complete command, guys. Like what you can see here. I'll just copy and paste it in what? Yeah. This is a command, guys. So can someone tell me like what we understood from this? Which means if you want to automate, right, data integration tasks by using a shell script or whatever script, right, Python script, we need to know the command line utilities, right? What is the command line utility here? PM DTM. So it will be part of main bin RDTM whatever. Then RDTM option. Then what we need to supply a configuration file. What is that configuration file? PM rdtm.log. Why I'm talking about this? Because if you want to debug, right, you need to know what comes in as part of this process or before we process. What is input here? Config file. What does it contain? You need to understand. PM rdtm config, right? We can just go and see that. So I'll just go to this location. Yeah, copy. Paste. Yeah, see it has gone there. Now, what is the file name here? PM RDTM config, right? PM. Where is that? Here we got it. So you can just open this file. These are the things, guys. See, we saw in secure agent, right? Multiple options. So we can change the values over here, including even operating system profiles like session directory, bad file directory, like where you want to see, right? So we have already used one path, right? What is that path, guys? Data path, where you will have source and target by default. If you want, we can change it. And so we can also see what target directory and cache directory, source file directory is equal to PM root only. If you want, we can change it. Yeah? This contains what? All global stuff. If you want to change, we can change it before we run. That is the input, guys. First part we saw. Support number, then followed by, this is what, guys? Session task or mapping task. Can you see here? Now let us go to this. Which location? This one. Then open that location. Can you see here? all the mapping task type we can see here. So we can open anything. Anything is fine. Open here. Yeah. Can you see, guys, the how this particular task would look like in XML form? Yeah. So that's it. We can also modify this, but it's not advisable. But if you want, we can just modify this. Clear, guys? So next is what? Where is it? Uh, yeah, this one. So next one is what? See, every uh, mapping, right? You'll have mapping task, no? And this is a task that will be executed anyway. Before that, there is workflow. Remember, which means the execution of this particular any task within this data integration, right? They all will follow similar to Power Center and a workflow session. That's it. And this is a param. Hyphen P indicates a params. See, by default, you'll have these parameters. Yeah? But we can also add custom parameters. We have already done that. But let us see pre-built parameters that we have as part of this. Yeah? So we can just open it in what you call Notepad and see what does it contain. Can you see, guys? We added filter parameter, right? This custom parameter. Then we can add n number of parameters. Whatever parameter that have been added, right? They all would appear as part of this. Example, we added this, it appeared here based on the scope. Yeah? So that's it. So that's about parameter stuff. Yeah? So then the next is what log file where the log will be generated. This is a log, guys, where you will see where is the location. Same location. Yeah. So we can see in this log, like session log we see, right? This is a session log actually, or mapping task type log. Yeah. So that's it. And then we have under data there are logs, and this is import log. Import log basically it would contain metadata. Remember that. Let's go and see that. What is that? Data. After data, then metadata logs. These are metadata logs only. Yeah. Like whatever you can see, right? Meta logs. Yeah. Meta. Okay, now we have logs here. Yes, nothing. We have location is data dot logs. Data dot logs. This one. Yeah. Here you can see, guys. Tomcat log we have already seen it. These are the what? Actual session logs. Yeah. So here we could able to see whatever can be seen session log, right? All can be seen here. Finally, you can see statistics. Yeah. So which means if you want to automate, right? We need to know like how this particular command will be formed so that we can automate it. That's why I'm trying to cover this thing, guys. Yeah. Especially this will be useful for debugging. Yeah. Yeah. So that's about the okay Tomcat log and session log. We have seen it, right? Plus for process server, we have separate logs. So we can see that as part of some other system because that's where we perform, right? Action. So let's go to that particular location. Just remember this log files, guys. Okay, oh my god. Yeah, here you could able to see what you call process logs. This is whatever event thing that we have done, right? So those things can be seen as per this. Yeah? There are any issues, right? We should come in here and start getting it troubleshooted. Yeah? That's about Tomcat log, session logs. Now the question, if there is any agent problem, so where do you troubleshoot, guys? Where do you need to go? Can someone answer this question? We talked about Tomcat. We talked about task, like a session log we have, right? Then what about agent? If there is a problem with the agent, how do you troubleshoot, guys? Who can answer this question? Agent issues. We have separate logs, which we call agent core logs. Let's go there. Hmm. So Informatica Cloud Agent. Core. Yes. Yes. Here you can see what first thing agent core log. Where is that? Can you see, guys? This will tell us in case if you have any bootstrapping issues for agent, right? Those things will be troubleshooted by using this particular log. Yeah. This is one thing we need to refer, agent core log. Yeah. This is how we started. If you want to start it from command line, right? Using agent start, we do it. Plus info agent log what we have. Again, this is related to what? This particular secure agent. See, it is started by using agent start.bat. We can see it uses what proxy ini, like ini proxy settings in that ini file. Once it started successfully, right? We can see started this agent successfully. That's all. Yeah. So that's about again agent related log files. Yeah. So and then we can also see in case if any issues, right? Like logging or whatever, right? They can be seen as part of this. Yeah. So that's it about logs, guys. Like how we can understand what client logs, observer log, server logs, session logs, right? Then we have also talked about event-based logs, like process engine logs or process server logs. Yeah. Those are the log files which we need to take a look at. Yeah, that's about logging from the log files. But on the graphical front, where and all we have seen logs, guys? Can someone answer this question? I think we talked about it. Yeah, guys, where do you see logs from the graphical point of view? Like we have seen standard view, status, right? Advanced view. Yes or no?
Yes.
Guys? Yeah. So now let us go to what I call one of the what I call process. Yeah. Take any process here. So let's say it's published or whatever, right? Then we can go to or in task load into 1 second. Yeah, we have got fault handlers, which means fault handlers, right? Related logs can be seen in advanced view of that console, right? I've not shown that tab. I'll show that now. So we have seen task loss. Okay. Yeah, take any task flow here. Then let's say you publish it or run this particular task. Then go to this monitoring window, which is my jobs. And let's take executed one. See here, start successful. These are all successful. This is okay. First level of identification of issues. But can you see, can you get all of them issues fixed by using this? No. That's why we need to go to advanced view, where we can see these things I already talked about it, input variables, all that, right? But logs, there's a logs tab here, where we can see faults. In case if there are any faults, right? You know, like system issues or whatever, right? They would appear as part of this. Yeah. And if you have any what you call execution issues, that can be seen here. Yeah. If you want to see how the flow of execution is taking place, right? We can see it. And we can see, if you want to see all, right, everything will appear here, flow, sequence, all that. Yeah. Handlers and data change wherever you have done, right? Parameters, create message, whatever, right? They would appear it. But you can see detailed message as part of this. Can you see in the bottom? Yeah, we can just copy that as part of notepad to understand how it looks like. Yeah. This is all what you call log, like how it looks like. Yeah. So in case of any issue, right, then you can see the difference in this particular log messages. Yeah. I think we have seen as part of, I think we got one license issue we saw, and one more issue also we saw, right? Yeah, so which means if the task is already running, right? So that also we saw it, right? This way we can able to get that. Yeah. So you can select each and get the complete message as part of this, or you can also see over here. Yeah. Like see here, mapping task to this false or whatever, right? Complete information you'll get it over here. Input, output, and response, right? Automated response over here. See here, these are the values like run ID. Yeah. So every run, right? You'll have some ID. I think here, Pradeep, you are trying to ask question, right? So this is what I was trying to talk about earlier. Yeah. Every run will be identified by using ID. This is an ID or job ID. Pradeep,
Okay.
you're
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, fine. So then other things also you can see failed success rates, whatever statistics. Automated step response that can be seen over here. So like what happens as part of this. Yeah. So that's it, guys. So like how the logs can be referred as part of this particular what I call advanced view. Yeah. So that's it. So anything which can't be troubleshooted by using standard view, right? We can get in here and start looking at like what went wrong. Yeah. So that's where this particular advanced view is going to help us, guys. In a clear, complete flow plus corresponding log messages. I think we have seen some of them, right? Like how it looks like. Yes or no? Yeah. So that's it, guys. Like how this particular what you call logs can be understood. Any questions on this logging, guys, from anybody? So that we can discuss on that. Yeah. So we have seen client logs, app server logs. So app server logs, and then we have what you call data logs, meta logs. Meta logs not required. Data log especially. And then we have seen what. Yeah. So then advanced view, standard view. Yeah. And then agent logs, agent core, info agent. These are the multiple logs we need to remember. Session log anyway, you all know it. So yes, these are the log files. This for events, we need to go and look at under process engine folder. Yeah, that's it. These are the logs that we need to take a look at. Clear, guys? Any questions on this debugging? This is one manual way of debugging, guys. Automated way, I'm unable to talk because there's no time here. We can also what attach a debugger. I think that much may not be required because you guys are on user level, right? I'm from product background, so we know how this product works. Inside this product, right, we attach a debugger. From that, we can get the stack trace and see what went wrong from the trace itself, rather than looking at all these logs. We don't need all the logs. So we can just attach a debugger that will take care of getting complete stuff. Yeah, that's a one way. Anyway, I think you guys are user side, right? So these logs are sufficient for you guys to troubleshoot. Yeah.
Narasimha, one question here. So we
Yeah.
can identify the errors in logs. That's a different case. What if
Hmm.
we want to return the error what we are getting in the flow to the user?
Mail notification, right?
Yeah, but
I think these
we
are
want to,
notification
yeah, we
tasks.
want to handle the error for the entire flow. How we are going to do that?
Okay. Let us say we get error, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, error first we need to notify to appropriate recipients by using notification task we have. We notified it.
Mm.
Now, once you notify, right? Now in our flow itself, we can specify if you get this error, do we need to proceed or not? Yeah, yes or no? Like we have seen, right? When you create a task flow, right? Stop on error, stop on warning. Yes or no? I think we have
Mm.
seen that, if I remember correctly, no? So
Uh,
similar things we can set for each task. Based on that, we ourselves will decide whether to proceed
can
or
you
not.
once show, if you don't mind, that stop on error component?
Okay, fine. So it's a linear task flow, right? I think we have seen that. So I'm just showing one place, so others you can just look at it. Yeah. Okay, Karthik.
Yeah, that's all.
Fine. So let us say one. Yeah. Can you see here? I'm just talking about one task flow. This is a stop and error. Can you see here? This
Right.
checkbox.
Hmm.
Similar stop and warning. Same way, we can do it in generic task flow, Karthik. Right?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Apart from that, we also talked about notification activity task, right? Where you can just notify. Yeah. So this is flow to continue or not. That is to notify to respective recipients, Karthik. Yeah. Fine. No? Fine.
Yeah.
So
Nasim, one more
yes.
question. Like, what about if any error comes, like connectivity issue comes, and we want to retry it, like for example, 3 times? Then how we can achieve it here?
Okay, that's a good question. See, it's very simple. So retry n number of times, one time, whatever, right? See, you also can answer. We are in what cloud space, right? Yes or no? Which means these things would work based on service. Service, you can just set an interval. Poll every 1 minute, every 2 minutes, every 30 seconds, right? That we can set the interval. Based on that, it will keep on polling for the uh, next try, which is 30 every 30 seconds. Will keep on trying to establish the connectivity. Yeah, this is how the what I call any service would work. So we just have to set the poll interval, nothing else. Clear, right?
But what about if it's a API call?
Same thought. It will boils down to what service only. It's as simple as that. Which means once you publish, no, it is part of what the Tomcat, which is application server. Yeah, which means it is ready to use. It is always up and running. Yes or no? Which means we can, if it is always up and running, means it is always every second we can able to talk to that particular service, get the response. So AP is equal to what you call, you can say service to make it very simple. Yeah. Or else, whenever you run, right? How do you get the response? Done with you got right? Done it?
Yeah.
Which means, see, whenever once you publish, right, it is ready to use. Which means that service is up and running always. Yes or no? Which means
Yes,
whenever you
but sometimes if I'm connecting with DB or any, third-party API, right? There might be some connectivity issue for, for a second or something like that. Then it might fail, right? So in that way, I'm asking. In
so
that
in
way,
that
we
case,
don't have to
yeah,
wait for the again, scheduler to be run or something like that. Then we should wait
yeah.
for, 1 second and then we can retry it like that.
That is, it's very simple. Done with. To answer that, right? See, we
Mm-hmm.
just now I talked about one complete command, right? Like PM RDTM, hyphen RDTM, then followed by session task, all that I have shown, right? Yes or no?
Correct.
In that, when you try to connect, right, you can just what? We can just add one what do you call retry flag. So let us say if it is not connected for 30 seconds, no, stop, and then again reconnect. That flag we need to set as part of the script. This way we can take care. Done it. Yeah,
Okay.
fine. See, these are very simple things. These are less in several years. Now we are in advanced stage, right? So these questions are valid when 15, 20 years back. Now these questions are not valid because we already have many framework which have been taken care. When I started my career, right, that time we used to take care in complex way, like writing a code, all that. Now we have got scripting, we have got frameworks. We just have to use it. Yeah. Yes, please.
So,
Uh,
Nasim, I have a question here. So, if I compare this IICS with other integration tools, right? So, application data integration is a part where it is common with the other integration tools. So, if I ask, like, if I have to use IICS in a data lake preparation, so what all features we have to use? Means sequence, I'm asking.
In data integration, huh?
Yes, no. Suppose if see, generally Informatica is for big data, where they do ETL job, right? Extract, transform, and load. So the extract part, can we take it as so in all these four things, whatever you taught us, right? Where the ETL sits actually means extract can only be data integration or application integration also can act as extract.
So yeah, that's a good question, guys. So remember, the extraction is based on what you are going to extract. That's the first question, Karthik. Then answer is if it is a simple file data extraction, then integration is the right answer. If it is from third-party service extraction, then app integration is the right thing. If it is a mix of both, then we need to go with the ETL we can say hybrid. So it depends on your requirement, Karthik. If you perform pure, let's say, collection operations, right, then we can focus only on what integration stuff, Karthik. Fine. So, but if you focus on, let's say, even third-party services or third-party APIs, third-party applications, then this app integrations will be used as what to extract third-party API data, Karthik. You got Karthik?
Yeah, that's it. Pradeep here, Narasimha. So my point here is like suppose tomorrow if any project is coming, right? So if I buy a license for IICS, will it be the combination of all these things or is it separate license for each of them?
Okay, depends. Yes. For example, I think about licensing part, right? So license will be different. For example, for data integration, one license, app integration, some other license, and then we have MDM, separate license, customer 360, product 360. Yes, multiple components, multiple licenses. Karthik, that's the first thing. Yeah. But yes, for example, in
So
this integration, yes, please.
all these 3 days, right? We did on a on-prem kind of thing, right? So in cloud, are they remaining the same or how is it, Narasimha?
Can you please repeat question, Pradeep?
So the point is like suppose, see, in case of all these days we were listening, we were seeing only on the hello,
Yes, Pradeep.
seeing some background noise, so just started out.
Yeah,
So
that's
all these
nice.
days, see, all these 3 days, right? You explained us on a secure agent part, which is an on-prem.
Perfect.
So if I go to
Perfect.
the cloud, will it remain the same, or is there anything different we have to do as per coming to the development or deployment?
It is same only. There is no difference at all. Only difference here is cloud agents will be used to interact the cloud to cloud. That's the only one thing. But rest of the actions, everything is same. Pradeep,
Okay. So
there's no different. For
I still
example, yes, please. Yeah.
So I still didn't understood the difference between ETL and typical integration. So all these 3 days,
ETL and
whatever I was seeing, integration tool. It's one kind of integration tool is what I'm feeling. But Informatica is mainly used in ETL part, right?
yes.
So can it handle that that amount of data, whatever we are seeing? Because
Yeah,
even
very
the
much.
small it is.
Very much. No, no. Here you are seeing bit delay, right? See, in reality, right,
Hmm,
in production, Pradeep, you will
hmm,
have very high-end systems. Yeah. So
okay.
very, which means a huge processing power and huge memory, right? In that case, you will not see this kind of delay, Pradeep, because we are using low-end systems, right? That's why we can see some
So
delay. Yeah.
So
Yes, please.
mostly in ETL, see, this is my understanding. So
Yeah, go
mostly in
ahead.
ETL, where we understood like a single table will have hundreds of fields, hundreds of columns, where we play on each of them, where we do cleansing. So, sorry to interrupt. Where is this cleansing part coming?
Before ETL.
Oh, that is not in IICS. Whatever we did, we didn't do that, right?
No, we have not done it. There is a separate thing. So, once again, see my system, right?
No.
Pradeep?
Yeah, now we are.
Okay. One second. Actually, we have data quality, right? Data profiling. This is for what do you call discovering. This is answer to a question,
Oh,
Karthik. Cleansing,
okay.
data quality. That's where we do cleansing. I think remember first day, right? We talked about
Yes.
life cycle. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, in that we talked about it, right?
Okay. So
first
for a
comes
typical ETL project, we need to have all this, like quality,
exactly.
profiling we need, application integration we need.
Yes.
So do you have I'm just trying to understand how a pattern forms here.
Like what? Pattern forms means?
In generally in ETL also there will be some kind of patterns, right? Design patterns.
Yes, remember ETL means normally when you want to build ETL solution, right? We build based on some model. Those models will follow what? SCD, like slowly changing dimension, type 1, type 2, type 3. Yes or no? Pradeep,
No, we
where
don't know this actually.
no, it's normally there'll be dimension tables, fact tables, yes or no? So we create there are data warehousing concepts, Karthik. Yeah. So we create those tables, then we have got templates within this integration itself. So I think I talked about it as part of warehousing category, right? There are two templates, SE type 1, type 2. We can just use that. We just there are complete parameterized Karthik. Sorry, Pradeep. So we can just fill that template and then get the job done. In IICS, it's that simple. But on-prem ETL tool like Power Center, Informatica Power Center, right? There, that
Hmm.
is very complex because we have to build everything by ourselves, which is not required in IICS. Like I think we have seen it, right? Templates, Pradeep.
Yeah.
Some templates we saw, right? I think we have used some templates. Yeah. So just give me a minute. Yeah. Meantime, you guys can ask questions. So I'll try to get the template to answer your question, Karthik. Like ETL tools, they have been designed to what you call one, to perform collection. Second, to build data warehouse. That's all, Karthik. Nothing else. That's why we call it as what? Data integration tools. We integrate for what? To populate data to the final target. What is the final target, Karthik? Data warehouse. That's all, Karthik. Yes or no? Right?
Yeah.
Like I think first time life cycle we talked about, right? What is the final target we saw? EDW, right? Enterprise Data Warehouse. That is the end result or end goal of this ETL tools, Karthik. Yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah, can you see here? So if you look at this, yeah, here only. This is what I was saying, Karthik. Can you see? Under warehousing, we have got templates. Yeah, some templates
Okay.
we have already used. Yeah, these are the ones.
So
Yeah.
it is having cleansing also.
No, cleansing, it's a very minor, only null, invalid, invalid. It doesn't have it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but actual cleansing, we do it in data quality. So just for null, not null only they have given. They should not put cleansing name actually. Fine. So now can you see here? This is the slowly changing dimension. This is one of the template. See this template we know, right? Completely parameterized. We just have to supply our inputs to these parameters. That's all. This is the one
Oh,
pre-built template. Pradeep, right?
okay. Okay.
Like we know, we talked about multiple transformations, right? Yes or no? They have just combined, and combined means some are reused. Multiple times they have used it to populate data to final targets. You can here you can see that multiple targets, right? One and two.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, similarly, we have for other templates. There are many templates here. So we talked about some of them. Some you guys can just try it out. They are very simple,
So
Karthik.
a single record will go through all these phases like data profiling, data cleansing, data integration, application integration. So same record will flow through all these, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. Remember, Karthik, see, first we identify issues, right, in
Hmm.
Discover layer, and we fix those issues in cleanse, which means some records are gone already, which means every
Hmm.
record will not undergo all the
Hmm.
layers. For example, there are two records, Karthik, and two
Hmm.
records have got duplicacy. One will be
Hmm.
retained, one is gone. So
Hmm.
only one will be part of input to the CTL. You got no?
Hmm.
These two records identified in Discover layer, Karthik. Sorry,
Hmm.
Pradeep. Then it
No
has been
problem.
fixed in clans layer. Yes, Pradeep.
Hmm.
So there's only one
Hmm.
record, result of clans. That will be taken
Hmm.
as input to ETL. So ETL tool takes only one record, not two records.
Here ETL in the sense which one? Data integration
Data
or
integration. ETL means data
okay.
integration, Karthik. Remember, see, these are synonyms. Data integration
Okay.
tools or ETL tools, both are same.
Okay. So
ETL,
one more doubt, Nasimha. Like suppose since we have 5 to 6 like data integration, cleansing, profiling, right? So all these things can we see like a single record flowing all these things? Do we have any single log for all of this?
for complete flow, no, Karthik. That's a good question. We don't have
Hmm.
it. But no, that's not required also, Karthik, because Pradeep, because see, if you get issues in discover layer, right? Yes or no?
Hmm.
Then we need to have such specific logs, open that, identify issues and fix it. Job is done. Yes,
So in
Pradeep.
real time, you are saying there will be separate team for each of them.
Exactly. There'll be very big team. So
Okay.
Discover team is different, Plans team is different, integration team is different, MDM team is different. And within that also we'll have multiple stakeholders like developer, data stewards, business analyst. So there'll be big team for complete cycle. Pradeep?
Okay. So across all these, they will use Informatica IICS. Generally, if they are going for Informatica, they will use this part twice, you are saying.
You are right. So IICS has got multiple products, Karthik, like Discover is there, Cleanse is
Hmm.
there, MDM is there, ETL is there, and AI also there. So more or less they covered
MDM,
all the layers of life cycle. Yeah.
what is MDM? What is the synonym for MDM?
Master data management, like
No,
to
no, no.
create
Here in IICS, which one addresses that MDM part?
MDM only. MDM only. We got customer 360, NT 360. One second. Let me show that service here. Karthik.
Oh, in the show all services, it is there.
No, but yes, exactly. You'll have customer 360, NT 360, domain 360. They are part of this
Okay.
MDM. Yeah. It will be there
Ah,
somewhere. I
got
don't know.
it. Yeah, it's there in the show all services, it is showing.
Yeah, can you see, Pradeep, master data
Yes,
management?
yeah. Seeing,
Yeah,
seeing, seeing.
these are the ones. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Narasimha. Thanks for your time. It was very helpful for us to get into this IICS world.
See, we spent only 3 days, right? Actually, if you spend 10, 15 days, right, then you'll get very detailed understanding. See, 3 days very
Yeah,
difficult
yeah.
for me to cover everything, right, Pradeep? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Whatever best I can, right? I have tried that, but yes, there are lots of things which I have not covered. Yeah. Whatever best, I've just covered it. I think we did not waste time, right? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
But
Any other questions? Yes, please.
thanks, Narasimha.
Yeah. So thank you very much to all guys for your support throughout the training program. And in case if you have any questions, right, you have my email ID, right? I'll just type in my email in the chat box. Any technical questions, right? So you can just always send it to me. Within 24 hours, you'll get a response. If not, 48 hours. I'll just type.
Thank
Hi
you.
everyone. Sorry to interrupt you. There is a feedback link given in the chat box. If you're able to provide the feedback about Nasima's training, that will be great help.
Yeah.
And that will help us to improve the training facility for future requirement. And also I can see that you have some query with regards to the recording, right? That you can't download this. This is uploaded in the RPS portal. So you can access this recording only up to 45 days. So after 45 days, this will get automatically removed from this link. So it is not downloadable. So you can access from the portal for up to 40. That is 31st October, as someone has rightly mentioned. The access is given till October 31st. Hope it is clear to everyone.
Yeah.
And one more query I have here raised, like first day recording, what we have not done because we got the request, so we need to take approval. So it was recorded from second day only. From second and third day, we have the recording available. So third day recording will mostly updated tonight or tomorrow morning.
I want to ask one more thing. Is there any certification exam which you want to recommend for Informatica?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Neeta, right? Neeta, yes.
Yeah.
So, see, we have basic and advanced certification in this IICS. Yes, even normal certification also there. Yes, it's better to get the certification. Yeah, Neeta.
Okay.
Fine. So it is Informatica site, right? You can just go there, register by making the payment. Then they'll have schedule like when they conduct, right? Then take that test and get it certified. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a question. It's like, till when we can use this RPS cloud desktop?
Oh, who was going to answer this question? I think till
This
today
is
only.
valid till today only because till training time it will be available.
Okay.
So this lab will be available till tonight only.
Yeah, just to answer this extension to that answer is what? See, look at here, guys. This is just a subscription, right? It's in your personal laptop, right? You can just what I call register and use it. You don't need third-party cloud. Got it, right? I think
Yep.
Raghu, right? Raghu?
Yeah, I got
So
it. That's
yes.
why I was asking.
Yeah, so you just see, we are not installing anything, right? So we're just
Yeah.
using system. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Ashima.
Everyone, please give the feedback and then confirm us so that we will take it as feedback as received and we can close this section. Thanks everyone for joining and giving this time. I hope we have enjoyed the section. Thanks Narasimha for giving this training.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Narasimha.
thanks to
Thank
all
you,
guys.
Narasimha.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks a lot
Narasimha.
to all
Thank you.
and bye.
Thank you, Narasimha. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.